Okay, EG on defense, C9 on attack. We go fast. Oh my god.
It's gonna be a late flank, but by the time the play shows up, it's gonna be over. Oh my goodness.
Jesus, that stun.
The clip runs dry.
18 HP.
And now the spike out.
Man, I love when we start my pistols off like this. It's so good. Quick little reminder how yesterday went in terms of pistols. There were 6 of them. EG won 0 of them. So this one would be great if they could get on the board early. Break the pistol pass. That's a devastating nade, that is. And that secures it. They get the first pistol. 1 out of 1.
Just ridiculous fight and duel towards door.
What do you think of this over here? I genuinely actually kind of like it. I've been yeah, I've been liking it. I've been liking what they do with it. I think it has enough cool stuff that it looks good.
Got out for EG, but they're still able to make it work with the final stun coming in from the backside. That came in all the way from tree. They full on went for a south side pinch, and they caught him. Right where they
EG with pistols, unstoppable. Yeah, that's actually scary. That is actually a scary thought.
If that's any indication of this series, we're gonna have a good time.
Oh man,
here in the second round.
Chat, if they win this, they are in Tokyo and champs. No one saw this coming. I'm excited for this one. This one is crazy.
For a stinger to help set up some of the rest of his players.
Without Demon, only for Tokyo. But still, champs, that's huge.
And EG actually has struggled a lot in anti-eco.
Stop talking about it, mate. They won a pistol. They beat NRG with no pistols. They're winning pistols. Come on. Jake, stacking some orbs. They really want to get this all online for the first bonus round, potentially the first buy at least. Going around the map, stacking these.
They find themselves matched up here with everything as far as stakes go.
I think Busio heard a lot more than Cloud9 expected here.
Tamzilla, I'm an EG believer. This is what I'm saying. People are, the EG believers are just coming out of the woodwork.
Cloud9 have to be careful here, depending on how much.
Wait, this is looking alright. This is looking alright. This is looking real good. Oh god.
But it's just going to be so difficult.
It's up to these two.
Fend off this retake attempt when you have 2 coming in from spawn, 2 coming in from main.
Pansy, long-time EG believer, short-time VIP Sliggy. I love that. Thank you so much, Pansy. Thank you. You say short-term, but 13 months? I mean, actually, you're right. The VIP has not been long. Pansy has been here, it's true. Been here for every EG game so far.
That was going to be a Cloud9 round where they had
number 1 Potter fan.
That flank from tree was really crucial. But again, they now have Jake's
2-0. Everyone survives. Well, everyone but one survives. So good bonus for them.
And Zalsa's got one up as well.
What the?
So even though that was pretty clean for Evil Geniuses when it was all said and done.
Is that Vandal?
This makes for a very dangerous bonus round. And even beyond that.
1 enemy remaining.
That's so sick.
Another round for EG. Again, now Cloud9 with guns. They are working with more than a broken file icon on your screen there. They have a little bit more to them. And again, Jake Salt.
It's on this one as well. That's so funny. Okay, chat. Anytime you see this is a Vandal, everyone let everyone know in chat, just in case people start losing their mind.
Look at the drop presence from Cloud9 right now.
You're not gonna. Dude, I could feel it. He was gonna do it. And they got the ult out of them, and they get out of there. But they're crunched. This guy's so dead, right?
And getting pinched in.
Thomas able to apply pressure from spawn. I mean, they've been
oh my god, they look incredible.
Everything that Cloud9 had here.
They look incredible. This was their bonus. Upgrade. Upgrade. Upgrade.
And honestly, to see EG throw out new
things are coming in.
This late into playoffs, when you've seen this comp so
upgrade.
Often from them,
4 of them. 4 survive. 3,000 on top of all the upgrades. These two don't even need to rebuy armor. It's an incredible start.
From Demon 1 pushing up with
what do we have in this? Logic. Logic, thank you so much, mate. Another one, Potter fans. Potter fans. Honestly, Potter does have a lot of fans. And rightly so.
In that approach. And they're able to really understand how to funnel them back.
Arch.
Aftershock also getting a
Mate,
kill on the
Arch,
pinch
why am I
attempt.
scared for this one?
It's just so nice from EG, and they convert.
Okay,
on a
no.
dangerous
Okay, this
bonus.
one's fine.
Remember I said they
Arch
had that
with the
ult.
gifted
Cloud9
saying
used their
EG
Brim
Japan. It's doable. All the believers are here. I feel like we have all the believers in chat. Honestly, I'm a bit of a believer after seeing that round. This feels...
The
this
Sova
feels
fracture
kinda-
is so uncommon.
They're the only team that does
Yeah,
this.
yeah, absolutely.
12 of you.
And he's so pivotal to every single round.
Okay,
And that dart
low
was a
buy coming
perfectly
in.
Good indicator of it. And then when you have guys like Demon One
What?
who are doing things on their own, just winning the straight up duels against Zeppa and against Jake, you see why this is such a successful map for them.
And while Leaf and Zelsis are looking for a pick there, Demon One setup is insane. He's actually hoping that that turret is heard from the players in tree, and he's peeking under it.
One enemy remaining.
It's just so clean. I think, again, expecting them to
way
walk
they
through
are.
that smoke, the alarm bot.
Their money's out of control. Dude, you need to kill someone. Oh god. 3,000. One armor needs to get rebought. Oh Jesus, he's at it again.
Single stride from yesterday. They're already starting off with the showmanship.
And I'm wondering, I was like, man, who's
You go into the big buy round.
Brimstone shooting the bot? Is this
There are
just
3
back?
ults
And I'm
online.
Like, oh, right.
It's Demon One.
It's Demon One. It's the bald guy.
Gunner.
And this is what I was talking about. They're peeking there to break the turret because the rest of the team is calling that.
Do you think
that
it
turret's
matters
there.
if
They
Demon 1
want
would
to
never use a
start
Phantom on Brim?
shutting down that Killjoy
Not
utility.
massively.
Demon One is
Stimpack
under it.
bursting through
Before
smoke
the
is
turret even
nice,
pings.
for sure,
It's so
but
nice.
he's gonna just make up for it with aim.
It looks like we may
So I
have an
think it's
early
okay.
timeout called here.
Feels like a
Yeah,
tech
you
pause because
better.
this is a late
If I'm
timeout.
MC,
Okay,
I'm
real late timeout.
Furious at how these first couple of rounds have gone. And I think what
Could
Sean
definitely make a
said
plan on
the
this. This
desk
also gives EG
right before we
Potter
went into
time
this
to
about
talk.
the prep. Because we were all
And,
thinking each only has probably 12
yeah,
hours.
one
That
away from
first series
Killjoy.
was really fast.
Yeah.
Mate, every time I say Potter, I just get
Sean's
like
point,
flashbacks
Connor's
to
probably prepping
them
for
and
NRG.
Harry Potter,
Right.
man.
So
What's
for
the
them,
it's
immediately
Malfoy,
getting
mate?
put on
All I can hear is in my
unfamiliar
accent. All I can hear
territory
is him.
EG, well, at least like this new iteration of EG with Demon One, and everything working for them, where you know it's actually the prep because this is the map that they pick. This is the map that they probably focus as much as
Yeah,
possible.
like that.
Right.
You don't have time to really prep 3 maps. I mean, that last map is almost
Yeah,
always
Draco
in
Malfoy.
this situation. You know, you just
Potter.
kind of improvise. Not during the regular season, of course, but
Right. Different circumstances, for sure.
what a start. And I honestly, I think even after yesterday's upset over NRG, I think everybody's walking into this thinking this should be Cloud9 easy.
Yeah.
And that's what.
All right,
that's
the
mistake
timeout
everybody
comes
made
in, so
yesterday.
we have a master plan into this. Flash goes
And
out,
here we are again,
gets
EG
no
4-0
info.
to start things
We
off.
have Killjoy getting info for this 4-1
They're learning
recon.
already. Remember, that was the dart
right,
that
no
we
one
saw
saw
a
the
couple
flash
rounds
shot.
ago.
Yeah, but it's interesting. Look at how do you have to react.
I was
right?
gonna say.
There's no smoke even there, so. they're
All
very
off the
concerned.
dog contact.
Trailblazers
Dog
may
sees
clear up,
nothing.
but
They insta take space.
EG
Instant
immediately
reaction, potentially from the dog. I'm not
even
entirely sure they heard
capitalizing on
it.
what happened, what was the
Turret's gonna
dangerous thing
shoot.
last
We're
time
gonna
was that
insta fall
pinch
back, and then we're
drop.
gonna have a straight up
Throwing out the
reaction.
dart, it gets broken.
Turret's gonna
and then
shoot.
they re-explore
Insta fall
jump
back.
to try to
Here's our
find it.
reaction. To be honest with you,
Looking
reaction
like
kind of
they're
already
on this,
happened.
but
There's
they
a
don't actually
there's a
have the
Raisin
info that they're
spawn.
on site here.
There's a Raisin
But
spawn.
Let
About to
him
kill 2
spawn.
people.
Zeppa's at spawn!
Oh my
That
goodness.
first flick was filthy, but Demon One cleans him up. Now they're going to commit to the site in the face of the lockdown.
I mean, Marine's gonna have to breach hold and just die, and he doesn't even
Oh,
get
the
spike
breach
down.
damage was
He's gotta
insane.
back up.
And
Lockdown's still there.
and then he-
And the spike is down.
Good flash from Ethan. They know where Bustio is. Still gets 2.
And it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you know where Bustio is. He's still
Wow,
gonna
they-
find his value. A 5
He's just gonna go
lead
do it
for
again,
Evil
man.
Geniuses. Boy, he knows how to play to the crowd.
Okay, so Bree.
Get him going. Yo,
Damn,
he's
there was
the
so
new
much good
Dapper
stuff
for
going
real.
into this. So Killjoy came down. They wanted to insta plant, but then they breach damaged, and then there was
I mean,
no
to see
time to
something
plant,
like
and he
that on the other
reactively
side of a
used his
timeout.
breach ult instead
just
as well.
They look discombobulated. They look disjointed.
So that was a
Thing is,
huge win for
I actually
EG.
disagree. I think
Once
they
again.
made a right call there to walk in.
And their money's out of
after
control.
That dog cleared everything.
The best-
seeing
the
so
best we've
much
probably seen it.
information, But
Potentially
then they overextended.
all
They
VCT.
overextended in spawn,
terms of the
and they
same
didn't
round.
really deal with the situation in front of them, which was that lockdown.
Launching smoke.
We've seen already 3 eco attempts from Cloud9. They're gonna have to go for it again. Eventually, this is going to work.
Jogma's already getting pushed off. And Leaf Wow. Got under there. He's still not detected.
Wow, their reactional stuff is incredible. They're not, chat,
Another flawless round for
they're
EG.
not dying. They are not dying. There is so many of them alive when they win these rounds. 2, 2, 1, 1, 1.
You're going to catch
We're on the
surprise.
7th
Leaf
round.
In that situation, I thought for sure he was going to be
That's
able to find some kill
madness.
on the side as he drops out a drop.
Ethan hasn't even experienced the death yet.
What felt like an eternity, yeah.
And Ethan just swings, gets 2, while we're really worried about that sand push, while we're really worried about that drop push, and they handle it so perfectly. That's the first round there that feels disjointed from Cloud9 for me, where you have that lockdown coming in and the rest of the team is pushing in before it.
Looks like we're due for a bit of a clash.
Again,
Northern side off of Com's dart.
yeah, looking for that.
Whoa.
And there we go, finally, Cloud9 coming out with an advantage. Zeppa with the ult over top of the smoke.
Leaf is up here too and just used it. Maybe they convert that into something, but
Well,
Boostio
Boostio
once
just got the
again
most
wins
important
1v1
kill.
against Leaf.
And it is uncharacteristic, but Cloud9 coming out with the advantage. Leaf there popping his Seekers by himself and getting punished by Boostio for it, giving up the position where he's at.
They rotated over towards here. They took a bit of a gamble,
But
and they're
there's so
going in
much
for it because they have
scrap
no
on the other
smokes
side.
left, so they just commit.
What an angle.
Oh, okay. Holy hell.
And I thought for a moment that Boostio was going to be set up for the
Get a
second.
plant in, looking like it's just going to be in time as well, so that's nice. Right. 2 of them survive. This round is massive for C9.
I mean, again,
They
Leaf, it looks like
cannot
he
have a
intended to go
1-9
for
loss
a fake.
bonus. They need to win this round.
After this happened,
So this was a good start.
where he pops his Seekers,
But-
gives up his position,
It would be
And then Boostio
7-1
was
as
just
well.
holding
Oh
it
my
home.
goodness.
destroys
Death's in shambles.
but a little bit of control
Why
gained
does
from
this keep
Cloud9 now.
happening? Okay.
Still, they have to feel shocked at what has happened so far. We haven't. I mean, this is not completely unfamiliar territory.
It's a nice start.
And instantly starting to ramp up.
Off of the stimmy from Brim, Leaf's able to take that angle aggressively and get 2 big kills. Much like we saw in the previous round, they find themselves with the numbers advantage early.
And they block him off.
A little momentum shift feels like it's coming.
They just need to be able to capitalize on these advantages.
It's
Well
nice.
done by Zeppa to keep calm down.
I'm still nervous,
And
but
everybody's peeking here.
Yep. The temptation to get a little scrappy in instances like this.
okay. Sick round from them. 4 people surviving as well. If EG decided to do a timeout here, I'd be so fine for it. Tell you what, C9
You
have
can
good
tell
money
Leaf
now though.
immediately has not been happy with the situation so far. Just
Boostio
swings out,
gets the
Halls
op-out.
gets 2 immediately.
Boostio gets the op out. He's
Before
1
this,
away
at
from
the
it all.
last
We have a
series
lot of
the
ults
season
here.
for Cloud9. They played against Crew and had a very surprising start to that. Crew is a winless team, and they were able to push a top 2 team in the league. Very,
Okay, in
very
terms of this,
hard.
oh, the op might get
Was
some
not
action
something
here.
we were
What's the
expecting, but I
stun
think
like?
It's a similar start, so Cloud9 should be familiar with how
No
to
stun at
control
the
this
beginning?
situation.
Dude, they're not going
But
to
this
expect
one
this
has been
op.
so much more pressure now.
So much more pressure and an unknown
And they
threat
just
on
used the
other
dog over
side.
towards
Keep
A
an eye
main,
on
so they have
Tom.
to
We've already
blind
talked about
stun
Sons
him
a
off
few
the
times.
angle here.
He has the Hunter Suri this time around. Meanwhile, an op in the hands of Boostio, and there's everyone.
Oh my god, it would have been 3. It would have been 3.
We might be freaking out about something else.
That was.
Tom is popping
Oh
his ult
man.
right now, but they're so far ahead.
It's an
He can also
incredible
look at
kill.
Breach ult.
A rolling thunder.
Boss.
Oh,
That's
That
the
spike.
he's gonna be able to tone everything off.
Yeah, but he's alone.
2, Calm close by. He's got to be able to hold the line, and he can't. They've left Calm alone.
A
He just got
bulldog
one
kill.
But
kill.
what?
And this all of a sudden gets
Singular
very
leaf?
doable for
What's going on
Calm.
there?
A 1v2 well within reach. Tries to swing just
There's a gap.
but there's a gap. Zelsa sees it. Jake committing to getting the spike down and Calm. Looking
Instant
like there's just
reposition?
kind of losses.
Honestly, I think he might be going all the way around here to try to attempt this.
It's going to be a scenic route to get there.
He's
He's
at least
going
going
all
to
the
do
way
some
around.
damage.
There's no
Maybe.
turret, no alarm bot. The alarm bot's up Gen. So they think he's coming from Canteen right now. But is this really an off angle that's going to catch them?
And it's
by
kind of
surprise? Maybe
sick
he gets
because
one, but that
they
position
both
from
weren't watching the
Zelsa's-
same place at the same time.
Difficult.
It's
So he could have
stalwart.
actually
got
got
a
a
dart,
timing to
he's
walk
got a
out, so it
drone.
might
He doesn't
backfire.
have time.
Although it was
use
very,
either.
very smart. Oh, I like
He's gonna
that.
get both
I
exits
like
out.
this.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that was really smart.
Is he gonna?
No.
It's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be really close. It's gonna be so close.
It was a good attempt.
Missing out.
It was a good attempt. At least he did the damage. Thought it was cool.
Shades of Spawn, what an attempt. That is such a cool try for Calm. And I like it. Even if there's a little bit of a doubt that you might not have it, I just respect the fact that he goes for it. It's so smart.
They were real nervous. Sigh of relief on that one. Yeah, and the pressure, this is like,
I mean, my heart's
for the
doesn't happen in one of these.
for Rooney and Jake, this is like
That is crazy.
first kind of time where they've actually felt real pressure. Playoffs is different.
Yeah, Potter, I was listening in the timeouts yesterday.
There's like
against
no
NRG,
recovery.
and one thing
You
I
lose a
noticed
game in
is
the split, you're
Potter
fine.
always comes into this with a bullet
There's,
list of things that she wants to
the
get
recovery
across
on
to her
this,
team.
not so
What's
much.
working, what they're going to change, and preparing her team for that. And as soon as she gets done with that, the rest of the team is able to start.
What we take for the
adapting to what she's
NRG
saying.
Navi games?
And it gives you such a sense of confidence. I think compared to any of the other coaches,
What do you mean?
they end up
As in, are
going
they
with
on
the
at
flow
the
of
same
game,
time? Is
getting
that what you're
focused
saying?
on some very micro things, and it depends on how the game is going, obviously. But I just think it's such an easy way to stay focused for Evil Geniuses and really readapt to the game plan that you had coming back into this game. For EG, it was all about these smoke dart, these pushes, these re-aggros
Either way, I stick with
in the
B and
early
me.
mid-round, and that might start to change right now.
There's so many people that cover Americas that always stick with me.
Historically, we've seen EG like to deny space and take that space defensively, and you see there's a setup for it already.
They mix it up a good amount.
Towards Arcade,
They mix it up a good amount, Mini, but they do this all the time where they recon late and then push. I'll tell you what, they actually have a lot of set rounds.
Lands up on top of the saddle.
It's pretty cool.
It's so hard to break. They're going into Busio Zutil here.
And the thing is, I
It's
think
not gonna be a factor though.
yeah, EG are
Congrats, by the way, Mini.
comfortable
Sorry,
playing
should have said that. Should have started.
And again, it's
Should have
because
started with that, to be honest with you.
yeah, they can send 3 from the northern side.
It's a
2
nice
from
name.
Spawn. You're right, it was broken instantly.
Paint shells are so good at breaking the lockdown if you can find a position to get them in there.
Rolling Thunder,
So many ults.
and I hit a couple.
They just take early control of it all the time, though, Mini. It's pretty much wherever they're pushing.
They're 3 playing in halls, but he still has to get through the molly, he has to get through the stun, he's got to bide his time, he's got to wait until the right moment to strike, and it nets him a 3rd kill in the round. Calm cleaning it up, Rooney the last one here.
Already on the spike. There's no chance.
Yeah, no chance on that one. Good delay, good retake.
And 6 to defuse right under his nose.
I mean, they did such a good
Nicely
job
handled.
zoning all
7.
the Cloud9 players back because of that double satchel that netted.
They have some good
Juggernaut,
stuff,
that
Mini. They have
showstopper
they have
for
a
him
few
to start
ult rounds
zoning.
as well.
They were already falling back to try to play some post and try hold on to halls, but these retakes from EG have been fantastic. That ends the momentum right out of that timeout that Cloud9 was trying to build up, and they're roaring to a fantastic half here.
They did invest a lot of ults, so nothing really.
All right, in terms of this one,
Meanwhile, for Cloud9,
it's actually
defense is
actually
online.
huge.
Zelsis,
There's 3 people,
Jake 2 pips away from each.
3 people and
Again,
4
it's a great
people
match.
that can't buy next. So
I mean, they're so insistent.
whoever wins this at least has
on
the
trying to
bigger
apply pressure
advantage into the
early in
last
these
round.
rounds.
So this one's
Be it okay,
massive.
look, they have 2 people up there already. They just challenged halls. They make their presence known everywhere.
This is a nice reaction from EG though. They give up the space, and they just try and crunch over towards here, and we're gonna just have to do a 4-person retake from Dish.
This has been the
I mean, that's
situation
kind of
so
impossible.
often, especially early in the half.
They might
The
want
side
to
is
take the
getting
rope,
through, these
but
retakes, we
then
just
is...
saw that success. Look at the adaptation here from
Okay, rope too
Cloud9,
risky.
Jake.
They're going
Deep
over
in that
towards
smoke,
spawn.
deep in spawn.
It's a hard
They're
retake. Gets
holding
his killjoy
onto
with this
sand
as well.
rather than
The
falling
delay is
back.
going to be
This should
outrageous.
buy time for Zelsis.
Yeah, mate. I think EG can't win this.
In the face
C9
of
would
the
have to
ult,
mess up.
They muse over how they want to approach the rest of this round. Zeppa's the first to fall. Lockdown's destroyed.
C9 are
Boost's
messing
got
up.
timing. He's got a window. Is he expecting Rooney there though? No, he wasn't. And he's still in a position to make more happen, but by the time
Dude,
you get there, you're so
Why?
heavily outnumbered.
Why? I have so many questions.
These retakes
I have
are
so many
unstoppable
questions.
right now
Why
for
the hell
EG.
did we play like that?
And Cloud9 trying their best to go for some sort of
You put in the
push
killjoy
spawn
ult
to
down,
catch
so you're
him.
obviously
Unaware
playing
of
for
the
time.
for Zelsis to start
You have
playing
4
retake, or
seconds
to
left
start playing his
until
volleys.
it goes off, and you molly
But it's just
under
so
heaven
clean. And I have to really commend Ethan.
instead of the spike, and then you all
Over
play
and
in
over
front of
finding long distance
this
stunts
plant.
for his teammates that are
That's bad.
Getting pressure from
This is a really bad
positions.
round
Right
from
there, that stun on
C9.
spawn was beautiful for
Sick
Blue Steel to
retake from
able to
EG.
capitalize
Don't get me wrong,
on
but
the
that
second
is,
kill on Jake.
mate.
And they've broken the
MCE
bite for
and
Cloud9
Cupid
on
must
the
be
final
losing their
half.
mind after watching that.
Stingers, Bulldogs, and a Phantom. One Soul Phantom in the hands of Jake. Zeppa trying to make his work.
Honestly, so often you're seeing Cloud9 just get into positions way deep, way more than any other team. That's the pace that they normally try to play at. But oftentimes other teams are denying that. They're actually challenging. They have to slow down. They have to start playing with util. But EG's giving it to them. And I think that's making them play way too fast. Even though it's a strength for them. Double setup here for Cloud9. Leaf is here.
And this, it feels like the first time we see some of this,
Jesus.
like expecting of aggression, some of the adaptations, but I mean, if Blue Steel's still able to spam him through the smoke,
Demon has his ult.
that is tough.
They have ult here.
No stunned combo
Off
with.
his Hunter's Fury too.
Oh,
Oh, and he hesitated just a moment. I
yeah,
think
that's
we
a
get
massive
away.
kill from Leaf. It's a nice reaction instant back to get out of there.
Demon 1 zooming his way out of that. Off of the stimmy. Calm forced to wait for just a moment, a temporary
nice.
delay, and
Well,
once again, it's going to be a clutch
Leaf was a bit of a
situation
savior in this
into
one.
weapons that are less than desirable. No info gained off the dart. No free kills off of spam.
What a good half from
Yeah,
EG
gonna
though.
have to do this one the honest way. And no real easy way to get in. Those brim smokes take forever, man. It's like waiting and waiting
Nice
and
triple
waiting
swing.
for it to dissipate. And finally, it
Really
comes
good
down
half.
and Zeus is gonna
Okay,
third
we'll
kill
see
on
who
the
wins the
round.
pistol 1-0 in terms of
That's
EG
a
winning the first one though.
fantastic half for EG here. This is a map that they're pretty good on. Their only loss in the regular season was against Cloud9. But Cloud9 also perfect on this map. They have a lot of perfect
There
maps.
always has to be a stinger round from
But
C9,
EG
yeah,
right
it's just
now
what they do.
seems to be getting the better of them
That one was
on the
gifted, though,
duels,
a little
on the
bit,
strats,
to
on
be
the
honest.
antis, everything. Let's see if this has
You
to
think
continue
you
because
you think they should
I
give
really
Brim
think
2
EG looks
stims
the
again?
best
Nah,
we've
honestly,
seen.
I'm so fine with all the
Yeah,
smokers. I think the
Joggamo's
smokers are
14 and 7,
really,
and speaking of
really
which, let's
good.
take a listen from him, see why
They
he
work
thinks
well
the team is
with
heading into
different
playoffs in its
comps.
top form.
Sometimes I think they're so fine. Again, I don't think we need to touch much in the game at the moment.
Gonna have D1, you know, farming.
Especially
as always,
agent-wise, I don't think we need to
It's gonna be
touch
his
too
first,
much.
playoff season as well. So just seeing him, maybe it'll excite him for sure. Our mid roundings can be way better. You know, we're still getting a lot of ideas every day. We're bringing new stuff to the table every day. Me being better on smokes, you know, like the controller role was like a very hard thing to come into, but once I gain confidence in it, I'm just gonna be just as good as any other controller player, I feel, or even better. But yeah, that's
Chamber is awful. I agree. Chamber is like, but
You know, it is
the thing
funny
is
to
he's
listen to
not.
him talk about how he wants to
The
be
thing
one
is
of the
he's
best
not.
controllers ever while
That's
he's
the
currently
thing.
sitting
I
at
just
14
don't
and
think it
7.
is. I like if you actually took the time and you had someone like Ye and you tried to make Chamber work, I think a lot of our opinions would change. I strongly do. TPing out is so
They're
strong.
getting value out of the Sova. They're getting value out of every single player
You
on
put,
the server.
and I think you kind of
Even
have to
with
balance
Bonfire.
it off the best player in
And
the
they're
world,
up
if I'm
8-4
honest.
after a
'Cause otherwise
defensive
it gets
side half on this
outrageous.
map. That's just crazy.
The fun thing is
A small Cypher buff might be good. I think we might get that depending on what the new Sentinel is like. But I still think Cypher, don't know, maybe I still think Killjoy maybe needs a little bit of a tweak, but that's about it.
It's not going to be off of a cheeky dart lineup.
Just
and
like the
what's
smallest
expecting
thing
to spam
ever.
through smoke or things like that. But I do think Cloud9 historically like to deny space and move in bunches. They'll move with Zeppa, Leaf, and Rooney, or they'll move with Zeppa, Jake, and Rooney and try to deny some in this space. So
Yeah.
we'll see if they're in for some of that this time around as well.
Do wanna
Chamber
touch
Trip
on
have
a lot of the
no-
conversation around Cloud9
no,
is
distance
questioning
again?
How long this run, this sun run, can go?
Yeah.
A lot of people throw around the
Maybe.
term honeymoon, yada
I
yada.
don't know.
yada.
I wouldn't like to tweak around
And
with
I
it.
wonder
Again,
as well
in a game like
if
this, a
this might have been
TP
a targeted
ability
weakness by
is
EG,
insanely
because
strong,
I
so
feel
you
like
need
this
to
map has
like
been
make
mostly
sure
ignored
you
by the
don't
rest
want
of
to
the Americas field
tweak
in
with
terms
those
of
agents too
getting good
much.
on it, changing, being creative,
It's
sure.
really not
And that
meta
might
at the
have
moment,
led to
though,
a
for sure.
situation where Cloud9
But
feels really
again, I
comfortable
think you
because
can
they're
make it
beating
work, but it
teams
takes a
on
little
this
bit
map.
of time.
But that
And
might
you have to have
actually
someone
been
that it's
due
worth putting the time
to
in.
peak in
Right, that's why I
performance
use
based
EA
off
as the
just
example.
starting off together. I think
Okay,
definitely
Pistol,
in that first
1-0
game
for
against
EG.
It was like that. It's all vibes. This deep in the season, you can't just rely on that, though.
See if the vibes can get them through this deficit that they're facing. I mean, shot
Wow.
darts, nades, Jake. How the
Oh,
heck
they
are
didn't
you
spam
alive?
behind
How's
that?
he alive? Especially with the gap in that smoke, too. I mean, that's just ridiculous.
Dead man walking.
Did get return fire, though. On to Calm. He's down to 27. Giacomo at 80 as well. And we do have the rotate call. Rooney's coming over to the side, too. Leaf is joining them as well. They're completely leaving Zalstis on A. Such a difference in pace here on the attack, and they're gonna pull
No
out Cloud9
way.
Classic, just walk on the side
No
here.
way.
Bushev's got so
Oh, the
much.
timing on that's stupid.
Oh, he
Okay,
was
he saw him.
You see the ping, you see the ping. And the kill goes
Ah, he
through.
didn't need to
Jake
pick that.
tried peeking at just the right time. Giacomo was ready for it.
Oh, they're just creeping up in the tower, though, and those smokes are gonna allow them to get on the site. A lot of control now gained. Early flash out of Leaf before they're even ready to pop out of the smokes. I'm not even sure if he has a second. Rooney with the fault line. That
What's
might
the
be
util like
only
to
thing
get
they
out?
have to execute out of this.
Stun, satchel. That's it. It's a nice stun.
Even when getting the first, it traded back though. He's still trying to hold on to main, satcheling across his face. Not able to take care of
Com survives on
the
1
kill.
HP.
Com's 1 HP and Ethan
Reposition
not
from
much
him as
better.
well. Tried to. Leaf cuts him
He's
off.
the first to go down. What can Ethan do? Into 1v2. Spike planted. They almost line up for him. He's going to have to get the challenge on each. Reloads. Swings out again. Sees that they're on it. He's got it down to one. Leaf in half. The swing
Wow.
is there, and Ethan with the clutch.
The complete opposite from yesterday. 2-0. Pistols. Sick from
Talk
Ethan.
about disrespect. That time it's Leafs going for disrespect on Ethan. I think they could have chased him down, especially after they got half. Ethan was not even done with the first target there.
Yep.
And also, Ethan disrespecting them. Not giving them any room. He doesn't back off at all. Doesn't even consider a fake tap.
Into a frenzy up close.
It's crazy. What a decision. I think fighting on the stairs definitely is a very advantageous position there. But again, against the frenzy up close, both pistols now for EG. And Cloud9 still haven't gotten one of those patented eco rounds going yet in this.
No, and they just made an attempt at it by having an early advantage in this round.
Ethan, I mean, he has been...
He just took it down to
If you look at a lot of the EG
Don't
games,
forget
and
yesterday,
at least for one of the
EG
reasons
won
why
against
they
NRG
made it to
without
playoffs,
a
Ethan
single
was like
pistol. Now
integral.
they have both.
He was the
really
one that
shouldn't
actually
have
stood
to.
out the most. Then you get to playoffs. Demon won yesterday, took
The
over.
last set is the world we live in. You're
Ethan
right, with both
today,
pistols
really
now,
good
a
at the
5-round
moment.
lead. It seems
Not
like
that he
they're
wasn't good
cruising to a
yesterday
1-0
either,
series lead.
but like he's just been very solid.
They're not done quite yet. Cloud9 trying to make something out of this off of Jake's Ghost.
I like how they're approaching this though. A lot of priority on heavy armor. The only person that didn't buy heavy was I think it was Com, and he switched guns.
Whoop. Cleans it up.
Finally gets it.
Got style points too with the satchel.
Last player standing.
All falling down onto Zelsis.
I think Demon might be getting bored here. Oh my goodness.
Well, I feel
Okay,
good
nicely
myself,
done.
man.
They stack up some good orbs as well here, close to these orbs, half and half for a lot of them.
Anyone have any splints?
Really
I may
nice.
have doubted my fingers.
Bonus coming in. They
Not as clean as the
go
first
for the
one,
NA
but
by extra rifle on
take
top of
those.
this.
Ethan has been a monster.
Really has. And going back to yesterday, I think that it may have been Sean who said it on the desk, but Ethan has just been in such rare form.
Yeah. I think definitely playing the best that we've seen and we've been asking for a long time from him. Especially last year
Yeah, understands how big this round is,
while he was on NRG.
especially with this
Here, he
scoreline.
just
It's
looked
kind of
so good, actually being that veteran presence.
all on this.
And on
Really
land
must win.
too.
They gave up on that
We
NA
saw
buy
him
they
back at
sold.
those internationals
I'll,
early on.
I'll check it out
Back
then.
at Masters Berlin, we were saying this guy's definitely a land demon. And obviously he has that history coming back. 10-4 for EG. This is another timeout for Cloud9.
Mini says he thinks Ethan was the highest skilled CS player that switched.
And this is
Pretty
probably the
much.
biggest deficit that we've seen
Nitro
for
maybe.
Cloud9. Almost at any point. That crew game, they had a big comeback on Lotus.
But
But
honestly,
even then, you think about the
Ethan at the
pressure
time as
Yeah,
well
it's-
was really good.
It's completely different.
Feels like the first time
Scream,
you really get
I mean
to
maybe
take a
like
look at MCE in a
what,
timeout
4 years,
situation and see
4
what
years
concern
before
on
the
his
switch,
face.
but
I mean, we've
definitely
been,
can't be included in
we've
that.
been sucker punched and
Nivera,
find a way to right the
Nivera
ship.
definitely makes way more sense.
down 6 with still a little bit of game to play.
Yampy,
Gonna have to split
Ethan
right
and
now for
Nitro
EG
are still
calling
above
this.
Yampy. Yampy's still kind of unproven to an
So you
extent.
throw out a
Definitely raw
dart that
potential though.
clears drop. Similar to how teams used to play KO on this map. Quick drop control.
Yeah, it's more between
Controlling the orb,
it's more between the
and
three
able
that we
to fall
said in
back,
terms
but
of
there's a pinch
Ethan,
coming in for
Nitro,
Cloud9.
and
It's gonna be a fight on the northern side, and the first blood has already been
Nabul.
drawn. They swing into it.
They all fight because there's no escape there.
And now that, I mean, that's a spike down. There's no one within reach that can get it to it at this point.
And they for sure know the spike is down too. If I'm EG there, I want to slow it down after I see that initial kill come in from Zeppa, so that it gives time for Boostio, for Demon 1 to actually start to pressure on the back line. But that also, it's a... you know,
EG
you
would
lose
love to do
things
some
because
damage.
You could start getting pinched from A
Right.
in that situation. So they just choose to try to fight out of the only place they can go.
The damned if you do, damned if you don't type being. And it just does not work out for him.
I kind of like these smokes from Demon 1. It gives them room to start scaling a little bit. And I think they've also shifted ideas here.
Last player standing.
Oh, he did get the Guardian, okay. One more, no?
All right,
Yeah, I think they shifted there to
one
get
death.
the orb and then just go for kills.
Massive buy rounds. The good news for C9 is they kept 4 alive, right? So there's only one person that can't buy next round.
Walking and approaching that situation change. And so that's Cloud9 responding instantly on the anti-bonus. Not something that they did on the first half, but good reaction out of them and finding a gap. I think on Fracture especially, it's a map where you can often instantly gamble at the beginning of the round based off of where you're going, and you can get caught in situations like that. Cloud9 is a team that it will consistently punish when opportunities arise where they can do something like that.
The spike is on the southern side. Demon 1's the only one close by, and he literally has no help right now. The potential of being overwhelmed and overrun by the 3 members of Cloud9 heading his way, but Demon 1 handles them all.
And they've got some huge execute power.
Holy smokes, bro.
Your big buy
I mean,
rounds.
yeah, the last one was off the drone from Combat.
Your big buy rounds. I get what, like, it makes sense that they wanted to go aggro. They didn't want to get X-Ect on. The 3-person walk contact with bad spacing though is not the one.
That was. And it's just handled. I tweeted about it.
Mate, C9
jokingly
looks
yesterday. I was
sloppy
like, "Yeah,
today.
Demon 1 might be the best player in the
EG
game."
look unbelievable
I'm
once
starting to
again.
believe it.
But yeah, some of this is
I know
sloppy from
Boostio definitely
C9.
believes it in terms of the aim.
Yeah.
Calling him a top 3 player, putting him up there on the...
Also, why is Leaf
Pegs
taking
with
first
Verica.
contact there in that strat?
It's a mighty high pedestal at that, too, yeah.
Which is just crazy for somebody that most people did not even know existed before this season started.
I mean, to think that he was dealing with offers from like tier 2 teams. He ends up as like the 9th, maybe 10th man on a franchise roster, and now he's doing this. He's taken VCT Americas by storm.
The open tryouts find.
Good news for EG, because of that, they won the round without using their
That could have been,
ults.
I mean, just that still, even if he just gets one
And
pick
they're
there,
damn, they're in
even if he
an
gets nothing and is able to
insane
fall off,
spot
that
for
was still a
this.
very dangerous round for EG to,
Yeah.
or sorry, for Cloud9 to deal with from EG because of the amount of ults. They had the breach ult, they had the orbital strike up too. So no matter what, Evil Geniuses are going to give him a run for their money, but because he gets all 3 picks, he saves.
He got all
them
after
and
kills, yeah, but they
delays
still
it
had this one,
for
right? They didn't want to
more.
get X-Ect
So now
done
they
from
have
Ethan's.
tools
So.
even further in this, and you're looking at a reset round for Cloud9's economy. And that would be devastating because that would end up on match point if it does go that direction.
This is it. It's literally all on this.
Look at that dart from Dish in towards Sand.
Satchel out.
And Ethan patiently waiting
my
for his
God.
moment to strike.
Spike
You've got
down
Leaf
A.
understanding there's pressure coming. That overstrike
Damn.
is going to be a problem.
Massive kill.
Zoning them both off.
Massive
Now
kill,
the
massive
lockdown
round.
invested. They have full halls control.
Demon
It's
still
gonna be a
has his
tough
ult.
retake for Cloud9.
Bomb grenade out.
Oh,
And
it's
if
strong
the
molly.
first half was
Perfect.
anything to go off of,
Not
I
like
was
me
gonna
in
say,
ranked
you
the
can't
other
get
day. If
anything
people
there.
remember that one,
Yeah,
Jesus
nowhere you could
Christ.
go. A 3v3 now. Demon 1 has ult. And a post-plant situation, you imagine it's wraps.
There.
He has a molly too.
they were so good on retakes. Are they the same in the post plants?
Demon 1 with the first. Chogamo trying to deal another. Not able to. A 2v2 is all that's left. Jake with 33 HP. There's orbital strike. Just about
Does he
Still
got a
has volley,
bounce?
too. I don't think
No,
he
no
can
bounce
get it in this
lineup.
position though.
It's a tricky spot. But
Doesn't
he's
reach.
gonna try. There's the molly in the face of the fault line. Demon one
Doesn't
cleans
need to
up the
reach.
round.
Okay,
EG,
wow. They got really bad money for this. Houdini, 173. Thank you so much, mate.
Get a glimpse of
Thank
the
you, thank
economy
you.
right
6
here.
months in
It
the
is
Slug Club.
not good from Cloud9. They have to
Appreciate
purchase
you.
stingers.
Oh, it's dreadful.
Sliggy Molly, I'll give you that
The only
one.
player who has
That
money to
one's
flip
very
out
much
here is
warranted.
Zelsis.
After that
Jake
molly
is
that we
a
did the
vandal
other
right
day,
now,
that
no
one,
armor,
oh, that
no
one can
smoke,
stick
so, I
for
mean,
sure.
You gotta reevaluate that one.
Will he?
I mean, they don't have timeouts to call to figure this out either.
Okay,
It's
we
not
have
easy
7
to
chances for
cross cannon.
EG to take the
One
first
smoke,
map,
they
and then
have
they're
to
1 map
find
away
value
from
immediately.
Tokyo and Champs.
And there was that smoke. He's already used it. Jogamo slouching forward.
That's
with the
two.
ult.
Oh,
Jake
it's
is
not.
so dead.
I already thought it was on for a double. Zephyr survives,
That was
does
one
have
of
his
the
ult.
only guns that they had too. Zelsis has one now. Are they even in a position to pick the other one up? No. Trade it back.
It's a great kill.
A raise for a raise. 4v2 EG with numbers advantage. Map advantage. And just looking to put the finishing touches on an absolute stomp.
One enemy remaining.
And it was an
Well,
attempt
that
to
was
lead from the
dominant.
front, but
Double pistol helped it, but still really good in the buy rounds. They're good. C9 had some sloppy rounds. That's not the normal C9 that we saw here.
And they're the underdogs. That is crazy.
Yeah,
To
and
start off
that
the series
was
like that. It was their map pick,
yeah.
but they just handed Cloud9 their worst map loss
Hey, was Ethan yawning at the
of
end?
the Americas League. Before this, it was Crew.
Too easy.
6 rounds they got on that one. EG just beat that by a little bit, but this is in a very high pressure situation. This is a situation where we're double qualifying one of these teams at the end of
He's
the
yawning.
series.
and they made it look easy, bro. They made it look so easy. They had their game plan. They knew what they wanted to do. Khan played off of his darts. They so effectively took space on defense. They never gave Cloud9 a second to breathe.
Retakes were phenomenal. Situations, you didn't see many of those, by the way. It was a scrappy game at some points, but most of the time EG was keeping it very, very under control. That was phenomenal.
Ethan had his big moments. Jogamo top frag. Demon 1 made a run at it because he was pissed off that he wasn't top fragging as he's used to. That's just a complete game from Evil Geniuses from top to bottom. 13-5.
Yeah, we actually mentioned that earlier,
And they've got
Cesara.
2 on the other side of this.
We were talking about that a little bit earlier, how they actually had both pretty much one day, because Cooper was talking about heavy prepping for NRG. So the prep levels are pretty much the same. Posture check, we'll do it once we're back, I promise. We'll have good posture once we're back.